men were saying that they stopped approaching women because us as women said that we don't want to be approached anymore. And I want to know which women y'all heard this from.
Because we women have become so demanding. Not that long ago, a marriage was seen as an economical agreement, and the husband was expected to provide for his family and to protect his family.
But the reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble, and we lost.
Why men never approach women anymore?
I think we live in a society where men are torn down for small things.
No one is going to tell you this, so I'm going to tell you this. The reason why that man cut you off and the reason why this other guy won't pursue you is because you have not mastered the art of being soft-spoken.
Number one being is that most women come off like they don't really want to be approached, like they're about to knife you if you come anywhere close to them.
Because you're so available. The moment they text you, you've already texted them back.
You see man, when I want to talk to woman, because say the woman get money, not be say they fear to talk to the girl, but if they respect, they say no one take disrespect from that girl, because that's what they do. They size people less.
Why men never approach women anymore?
I think we live in a society where men are torn down for small things, and they're scared to shoot their shot, and it's sad to see. They oftentimes bog themselves down before they even get a chance, you know? In this society, looks come first and heart comes second. It's only going to get worse unless a change is made. Until people start making things online for men to really regain that confidence back.
What can girls do these days to make guys approach them more?
Smile more and really think about the things that you're saying to these guys to make them feel that way. Don't say things like, you're too short, because that really does things to guys' ego. It's harmful.
You ever seen a girl reject a guy and scarred him?
I sadly have. At bars and stuff, you know, people just say ew and turn around, and you can look at the guy in the eyes and they look really sad after, and just overall it's a bad time.
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore. Let's go. The reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble, and we lost. We took the bait that being sexually promiscuous and having no standards and no self-respect was cool and in. We decided that we would give men access to our bodies and our time and our energy without them having to put in any effort. We have allowed men to do the bare minimum for so long, and we still give them benefits that they don't deserve. And so now men are following suit, and we are confused as to why this is happening. It's okay to want a man to lead and to court you, but you have to understand that we collectively as women set the tone. So if the tone of the dating market is that all women are easy now and that men can pretty much get whatever they want and do whatever they want and still get access to us, then that's what the majority of men are going to do. There are plenty of men who are good men who love women and respect women and honor women. But even those men, if they are single and there are women out there that are throwing it at them, they're going to catch it. So just ask yourself, what kind of woman are you? And are you contributing to the problem? Are you the kind of woman who is allowing men to be low vibrational and contributing to this idea that all women have low standards and that men can do the bare minimum and get away with it? Or are you a woman who's leading by example and challenging other women around you to do the same by operating from a place of self-dignity, self-respect, values, standards, strong boundaries, a woman who knows her worth? Before we start whining and complaining about what they aren't doing, let's take a look at what it is that we are doing.
Men don't go after women anymore nowadays, and part of the reason is that it's just become so hard because we women have become so demanding. Not that long ago, a marriage was seen as an economical agreement, and the husband was expected to provide for his family and to protect his family. But in those days, we women were still financially dependent on men. But now that we make our own money, we don't just want a husband to be a provider or to protect us, but we want a husband who can really understand us, who can feel us emotionally, and who can help in the household, and wait a minute, who can also be a very good father to our kids. But it's not just because we're financially independent that we have these expectations. It's also that society, the way it's set up, has changed completely. We used to live in a society in which we had a whole support system around us. We would have barbecues with the neighbor on the corner every Sunday. We would drink coffees with our neighbor every morning, and we would discuss our problems. But nowadays, because we also work, we live way more isolated, and the time we have off, we spend more and more with this one person who's our husband. And what that looks like in reality is that we sit on the sofa at night and we watch TV together. We look at rom-coms in which the man goes through hell and back to win a woman's heart. So besides the fact that practically seen we expect more from our men, our brains are also fed with all these fantasies about how relationships should and could be. And men have stopped to go after women because they freak out with the thought that they have to deliver all these things that women expect nowadays.
All right, so I recently made a TikTok about not getting approached by men any longer, and several people, actually a couple thousand people, left comments, a lot of men, and I really appreciate y'all comments. And a lot of the comments coming from the men were saying that they stopped approaching women because us as women said that we don't want to be approached anymore. And I want to know which women y'all heard this from. I want to know. I think I've seen in the past maybe women saying they don't want to be approached at the gym. But other than that, I feel like most women would prefer to be approached in person as opposed to like online on an app or something. I don't know. That's what I think. That's how I feel. I also gathered that a lot of men feel nervous approaching women, just like how I said I would feel, right? Like being afraid of rejection. Totally get it. But I will say it's definitely disappointing to see that a lot of men intentionally just don't go up to women anymore. But I get it, right? We told y'all that. I guess some women said that and y'all generalized us. I also feel like I gathered from the comments that women should feel empowered to go up to men, right? If you see a dude that you think is cute, you're attracted to him, why not go up to him? I might try it now. I actually might. Especially seeing now that y'all men purposely don't be coming up to us. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I do have a ring on, a Playboy ring actually, but it's on my right hand, not my left hand. My left hand is still open.
No one is going to tell you this, so I'm going to tell you this. The reason why that man cut you off and the reason why this other guy won't pursue you is because you have not mastered the art of being soft-spoken. It doesn't matter that you're the boss at work, that that's how you grew up, that's your culture, you think you were alpha. All of that may in fact be true, but you can't use that as an excuse. You must learn the art of being soft-spoken, because when you're soft-spoken, that is equivalent to peace, and men want peace. When you are loud 100% of the time, that's a turnoff. When you ask a simple question and it sounds like you're giving that person an attitude for apparently no reason, that is a turnoff. There is no reason why a feminine woman has all this aggression built up. When a man acknowledges that, he wants to run as fast as possible.
Number one being is that most women come off like they don't really want to be approached, like they're about to knife you if you come anywhere close to them. They got the RBF and they're walking down the street and they create all these TikToks and they tell men basically leave them the fuck alone, and men are leaving them alone. And the second reason is men have become softer. They become more risk adverse, more pussified, and they need to step it back up. So that's a fact. But if you want to be approached, if you're somebody that actually wants nice, good interactions out here, and you want to be approached by the kind of men that you want, there's two things you need to do. Number one is put yourself in proximity of those men. Where do they go? Where are they spending their time? Figure out the age demo, figure out the lifestyle, and you must place yourself around those kind of men. That's number one. That's the basics. That's the basics. And number two is you have to become approachable. You have to actually seem like you're open for a conversation. Maybe push a little smile to a guy's direction that you want to talk to. Do you have a zest for life? Are you enthusiastic? Do you seem positive? Are you open? If you're not those, if you're just waiting for today to end, why would a guy want to approach you? It seems like he's not approaching you for the right reasons if he does approach you. You want him to approach you because you seem like you'd be joyful to be around. Like you'd be a joy. And if you're not that, then you're not as approachable. So those two things, put yourself in his proximity and become approachable. You don't have to smile at every guy. You smile at the guys that you want to talk to you. That's how you choose. But even in general, if you're not looking at every guy, there's still a zest that you can walk around with, that you're maybe, semi-excited about life. Even if you've had all the bad experiences, you still got to put on a rep of this is who I am. And that's a decision you must make. Those are the two things that are going to help you get approached by the kind of guys you want. But the reasons of why they're not are really twofold.
So many women are wondering why men are no longer chasing them. The number one reason as why men are not chasing you, it is because you're so available. The moment they text you, you've already texted them back. The moment they call you, you pick the phone on the first ring. Girl, you're too available and it's not working. Imagine you've just met this man and he's asking for your pictures and you're uploading 10 pictures to send to him, but he has not sent you any money for the time that he has talked to you, okay? So that is why they're not chasing after you. You're too available. The second reason could be that they don't want you. A man will try to play tricks with you to see how fast you fall for his tricks. And the moment you prove to be difficult, that man is ready to let go of you. And most of you, where you go wrong, this is what happens when such kind of a man pulls back. You who has been speaking to him thinks that it's your time to come closer to them. You start asking them questions. You start complaining why they are not texting you, why they are not calling you. Girl, they have already assumed that you're difficult and they won't get anything better from you. That's why they are pulling back. Actually, the trash has taken itself out. Don't bother with. The third reason could be that this man has very many options that are readily available for him. He has Brenda, whom he calls, and Brenda appears any moment. Even at 3 a.m., she's going to show up for this man. This man has a Doreen, whom he calls, and Doreen will send him the money that he wants. This man is not like Jesus, who is going to leave the 99 and go after you, the only person who is proving that you have value for yourself, okay? So he will stay with his pick-me women until he's ready to move on to a better option.
No man on earth is intimidated by the success of a woman because men are used to success. At the environment where boys of 15 years, they drive car 45 million. Bro, na real matter, they tell you not be seen a play. 50 years old boy, they took off 45 million naira for my environment, yeah. Forget. But let's imagine girl of 18 now with a drive car of 45 million. And you as a man now, you never drive car for your life before. That girl will size you less immediately. Now their behavior be that. So when you see man, when I want to talk to woman, because say the woman get money, not be say they fear to talk to the girl, but if they respect, they say no one take disrespect from that girl, because that's what they do. They size people less. Now what did they do? And no man won't take that nonsense from anybody. Because they tell you say, now I say men of the degree they talk to me because of say they are afraid of me, they are intimidated by my success. No, go and work on yourself and become somebody useful. Now wait till I tell that girl. Go and work on yourself and become somebody useful. Apart from that money, that house and your car where you drive, what else can you give in terms of character, behavior and attitude? What can you give? Now what it really matter be that? Because as beautiful, influential and powerful the Queen of England dey, now mass use that a flock bed before she leave this world. Or the Nicki Minaj, not be boys they use the flock bed. Or the Cardi B, not be boys they use the seafront. So who you can be now if you say maybe one man they fear to talk to you, they are not afraid of you. They are not intimidated. How much you get? Men they used to success. Men they see at the time men they see success as normal thing. Hey, you see boys who be say no man. You see girl will be say we wear hair of 500,000 naira. Immediately she carry that hair of 500,000 naira for head. You see boy will be say even palm when they wear for leg safe. Boy they palm when the boy wear for leg safe. Only that palm. Want something. You see jeans of 30 something or 50 something. You see wristwatch of 500 to 1M for a hand. But that girl will carry that hair of 500,000 for head. Automatically they feel like say that boy will complete like this. Maybe everything will do the boy body safe. It's over 2 million naira. But that girl will carry with one of 500,000 for every time you say that boy not their class because these people worship money. That's what they do. So because many men know all this thing. So once you get your small thing, I mean myself, the way they also for myself like this, everything way man they get, I have it. You don't understand? I get my car when they drive, I get my house when they stay, I have my investment that's doing well. So yeah, imagine that say you they drive maybe your Lambo, for instance now, or you drive your G-Wagon. You feel I really send you. You go cry. I don't really send you. Because men of all those things where men they will be saying, many of all these things where one of the fancy self. Men they will be saying they will get all these things, money stashed for somewhere. They put there for investment. They not even really say because all these things are normal to them. I tell you say environmental now, the 15 years old boys they took out 55 million, 45 million. So for men, all these things are normal. So you as a woman, you go get all this, you get one car, go get one small bungalow where you they stay. You get one small job where they pay you maybe 350K in a month. So automatically you are a successful woman. So men are intimidated by your success. You know where. If you see woman, girl, normal young girl now, let's say girl of 18, 20 something. We get car, the way they like this now, she get house, she get business with money they come for, like the way I get hotel and all these things. So then she see get all this normal social media name when I see they have presence on social media. Before God and man, you like that now, you know go feel, she go want to feel like say she there above you. One girl coming one time like that recently, never even reach 2 weeks here. What did she tell me? Say men don't agree to talk to her. She don't know that because this girl, she get her house where she dey stay, she get car, she get job where she dey do, she's making money for herself. So when she come, because they tell me say, men don't agree to approach her. She don't know whether the men they are intimidated by her success. I tell her say, no man is intimidated by the success of a woman. Even the Queen of England, that's beautiful and powerful, the influence with the again, and man used to take stone bed before she come out for this world. All the Nicki Minaj, not because they flock bed anyhow. So who you be waiting you feel say you get to me say now your behavior go and work on yourself, because now you got for those little things where you get, you feel like say man not fit talk to you again. You feel like say now man go get small money. You know they say all this the meton to decay. When you tell you say King Toto simply because say they deem themselves as successful women because they have a nice career that is going well. They get car. Most of the things will be say men they get. They themselves they feel easily get all these things easily. They go add title of men to their name. King so person, woman now they become king because say now the same thing women they afford, they can easily afford them. So once women they get all these things where they get as a man, automatically they don't they size you less. That's what they do. But you go see man will be say you see the level of you go shock you say you go see man with the level of them big banner. They follow girl will be say she never even make 1 million naira for her life before. Maybe the first 1 million what this girl make now man still give her. They will still follow them. They see they respect them, they honor them. But woman will never do that for you. They will never do that for you.